Hi, friends. Join me today as I read Psalms 5. It starts off, "Lead me in your righteousness. Give ear to my words, O Lord. Consider my groaning. Give attention to the sound of my cry, my King and my God. For you, for to you I pray. O Lord, in the morning you hear my voice. In the morning I prepare a sacrifice for you and watch." It's interesting when they talk about watching because that's something that I've been much more aware of the last couple years. A couple years ago, I had an experience. I'm not going to tell what that experience was because unless you have had a spiritual experience, it's very hard to relate. I could never relate to other people's stories, their experiences. But I have had an experience, and from there, it's made me realize that I have to be more aware of when God is working in my life. And you might say, oh, well, that's just, you're just looking for stuff to make it fit in your life. Yes and no. There are things that happen in our lives that are for us and against us. And if we can be more aware of those things and think appropriately about them, I believe that they will enhance our lives, they will move our lives forward. So the scripture that says, "In the morning I prepare a sacrifice for you and watch." So in watch and wait, where is God going to work in our lives? And honestly, even this morning, I had a prayer answered. I had a situation with one of my children I was praying about last night. I went to bed. I woke up at about 3. I thought about it and I thought, no, I just said another prayer. And in the morning, when I went onto my phone, my prayer was answered. And was it a big miraculous thing? No, but there was a prayer answered. So 4 says, "For you are not a God who delights in wickedness. Evil may not dwell with you. The boastful shall not stand before your eyes. You hate all evildoers." 6 says, "You destroy those who speak lies. The Lord abhors the bloodthirsty and the deceitful man. But I, through the abundance of your steadfast love, will enter your house. I will bow down toward your holy temple in the fear of you." And I'm not going to go into it a lot today, but the word fear in English language, as is fearful, I'm fearful of you. When you look at the biblical language and how it is meant, it's not to be in fear of God that we're afraid of him, but to reverent him, to honor him, and that's the way the word fear is used. At another time, I might go into that, but you can look that up on your own as well if you have any more questions on that. So I will bow down toward your holy temple in the fear of you. Lead me, O Lord, in your righteousness. Because of my enemies, make your way straight before me. And that is true. We should be praying for God's will in our life, not what I want. And I pray this a lot. I pray for God's will to take place in our lives. And if I'm going down the wrong path, I pray that he helps me to understand that, to have discernment, to open my eyes to how I should live and how I should live for him and in his will, not in my will. So again, 8 says, "Lead me, O Lord, in your righteousness. Because of my enemies, make your way straight before me. For there is no truth in their mouth. Their inmost self is destruction. Their throat is an open grave. They flatter with their tongue. Make them bear their guilt, O God. Let them fall by their own counsels. Because of the abundance of the transgressions, cast them out. For they have rebelled against you." And I was listening to something this morning. Somebody asked who was being interviewed, what is sin? And he said, he believes sin is what happens in our mind as opposed to our actions. So if we're thinking of something bad against God. I mean, there's things we do that are sinful, but we're not against God. We're just doing stupid, sinful things as our silly humans that we are. But if we're against God, like I hate God, I'm doing this against him, that is the sin. And that's not something that we can judge and look at others and what their heart condition is. That's your heart condition. So 11, but let all those who take refuge in your rejoice. Let them ever sing for joy, and spread your protection over them, that those who love your name may exalt in you. For you bless the righteous, O Lord. You cover him with favor as a shield. So in this psalm, David, again, more prayers to God, and he was obviously very distraught, but very much wanting God to guide him, to lead him where he needs to go. And I hope you will pray for that as well in your life, because I do honestly believe we will have blessings in that. But we have to look for those blessings. They don't appear as burning bushes most of the time in our lives. Anyways, blessings, my friend.